Hi everyone, here today to talk about trading binary options with the Alligator Indicator. So many people on YouTube have been doing videos on how Alligator Indicator can be used with binary options. So I've taken a look at this one, and I've looked at how they're essentially doing it. I'll put some snippets of each one up here, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to do it differently on Tradingview. So I'm going to talk about what I didn't like about the various approaches. So this is Tradingview. This is the Euro USD chart, and this is the Alligator settings. Actually, this is a little bit different. What I went to do is that I went on to indicators and I searched for Alligator, and I saw this first one, Alligator Strategy plus ADX Indicator. So as with all Tradingview indicators, scripts, and so on and so forth, you can click on read more, and it's going to give you some information about that strategy. So these are some examples of how it works. For instance, you can look at the bottom portion here and notice that they use a ADX also as a trigger point to take the trade. So with the ADX crossing the line crossing above means that there is a range, increasing movement. So that is the point. So do not think and assume that even why is this one not crossing down? Why is it crossing up? Because it just means that the range is increasing. So therefore, you want to take a trade only when it actually crosses. So likewise with here as well, only when it crosses. Look, that's when there is a vertical highlight, a red highlight for sell, a green highlight for buy, and so on and so forth. Now we're going to look at the charts, and this is actually based on Forex. So just looking at this chart, first and foremost, we can see some issues. Take note that the range begins to extend when the lines line up in the moving averages line up in the correct order. But do take notice also that each time it happens, I wouldn't say each time, I apologize. In several instances, it does not hit the correct way instantaneously, and so that is the risk that you have to take. So look at this example here. Remember, we're doing binary options, and if we set a duration of 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, 4 candle, 5 candle, we can lose. Okay, and this is the conventional way that people would be taking these trades, because they wait for the lines to align, the moving averages lines to align in the correct order, and this would result in some loss. So take note of this case over here. It goes against you before going the right way. All right. Now over here, same thing. Actually, it dojis and then it goes correct direction for 1 bar and it goes against for another 2 bars, and then comes up to break even, and then goes up and then comes down, spends a long time in loss, and goes up and comes back down into loss before going up to a profit position. So if there was also a stop loss, it might have been triggered as well. And especially when people see that it crosses down, some people may get squeamish. So again, that's the Forex side of it. But in binary, we don't have the benefit of time. So essential that the trade goes in the right direction as soon as it begins, if not as soon as possible. This is the only instance when it actually did that. So with this understanding, I mean, you can read more about it here. You can read more about other scripts and strategies inside of Tradingview, but I'm gonna close this and hit back to the charts so you can see. We're not using the we could put an ADX here, but we don't, because we have the benefit of these vertical lines. So it tells us that at those moments the ADX has crossed up. But are there other ways of trading this? Yes, definitely. What I've been noticing in the charts is that if you want to use the lines to signal a trade, I would actually suggest that you can actually look into taking a trade as soon as 2 out of the 3 lines align in the correct direction. For example, isn't spending time in the downtrend and the 2 faster averages cross up. First, the first one will cross up, then the second will cross up. This would allow you a small opportunity to take some profit. Again, you may say it's kind of close. I agree with you. It's kind of close. If it's kind of close, this is definitely not the kind of strategy that you want to put in, like all in, all in, all in, all in. This is not the kind of strategy that you want to use. As with the previous video that I did a review on a strategy where someone was putting like $10 and then the result, sorry, the profit plus capital, profit plus capital, profit plus capital, because it's just going to be frustrating, long story short. So let's look at a different example. We have this blue line, green cross down, second one hit the line, and then if you take a trade for 2 minutes, yes, you win. Now let's look at another example over here. Green cross, red cross, boom. This was very nice. Ahead of the line. Notice that a lot of my entries are going to be ahead of that vertical highlighted bar. Now let's look at another example over here. This is the blue line, green crossed, the red crossed, and at that point you will lose on this one. That is the reason why I say that it's not a very good idea that you want to put all in, because there will be some wins, some loss. Alright, so let's look at a few examples. Here, green cross, red cross. Alright, 2 minutes will win. Now over here, green cross, red cross, lose. This one over here, is there one here? Green cross, red, green and red cross at the same time, lost. Now we Alright, now that we've gone through a few examples, what do you think? What I can tell from here is that the waiting time is going to be very long. Do you really want to wait that long? Are there other ways of trading it? Well, is this one of the ways you can trade it? Yes, this is one of the ways that you can trade it. But would you want to do that on the long term? I'm not so sure. But let me give you a different suggestion, because everyone who trades binary options is some kind of impatient, right? So when it's in the correct direction, all three lines. Now let's go back with the very first example. Like all the other traders doing videos about the alligator method, they wait for all the three lines to line up in the same direction, which would be this. So now it has all the same direction. Now, when we do that, could you martingale till you win? I think so. Wouldn't that be a good idea? How many levels would you require? Not very many. But I would suggest that you would take your entries when it's starting from close to the line. Would that make sense? Drop me a comment if you think this sounds like a good approach. Alright, so once it crosses down and we wait till it starts from close to the line. Why? Because when it's close to the moving average, and it'll pay and pull back like a magnet. So by starting your new sets of trades with martingale, when it's pulled back to the line, then you wouldn't have to waste too much of your account balance in order to chase trades unnecessarily. Then you would keep your martingales to a minimum. So I hope this idea makes sense. Let me know if you'd like to see a video of this in action. But what I'm doing here, this is my second video in this series, breaking down strategies from YouTube by other traders. If you have a strategy on YouTube that you'd like me to review and give my comments, every time I see a strategy, I'll look at it. Does it not work? What can be done better? Or is it complete garbage? Or let's say if it has something good about it, what tweaks can we make to make it better? Alright, so if you like this content, comment a yes down beneath this, and do comment as well what strategies you would like me to review, and I could put that in my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And if you are in on the last few emails that I sent out, by the way, if you're not already on my email list, click that link in the video description to be on my list. I have a free series of emails that will teach you everyday nuggets of information that will get you started trading binary options the consistent way, so you can consistently profit, not to make huge profits, but to make consistent profits over time. From time to time, I will also be starting out a special, like every month, I plan to do private sessions with a few people. The first few people who deposit every month will get private sessions with me. So look out for the information down below. And thank you for watching. Hit the bell notifications button to know when I post the next video next. Bye.